welcome to another YourMAPS tutorial. This time we are here to understand YBN collisions in RDR2 REDM. When we build maps or custom environments, one thing matters a lot: the physics, the collision. Collision is the visible structure that decides where players, horse, NPCs and vehicles have physics. That's where YBN files come in. The YBN format defines static collision data. In simple terms, it tells the engine where the physical boundaries exist. Static collision makes your geometry solid and interactable. There are three main types, each with a specific role. Static collision. This is the default low-detail collision used across most of the world, and it defines terrain, walls, buildings, roads. These are world collisions, and that's our focus today. Static instance collision is used for instance or generated objects such as rocks, grass, debris, trees, trash. You will see them mostly in natural open world areas. High detail collisions are high detail versions of both collision types, from the static collision and from the static instance collision. They are used for precision areas where the player closely interacts with geometry, mainly for weapons and impact physics. Use them only when necessary, because applying high detail collisions everywhere can hurt the server performance. Collisions can live in two ways. Static collision as a separate YBN file, for example for large objects, terrain, MLOs, exterior buildings, and the placement is baked directly in the world on Blender. And we have as well embedded collisions. Embedded collisions are inside the IDR model, inside a drawable, and the position comes from the prop, from a YMAP. Remember, embedded equals small movable props and static equal for large and world geometry. If you are building towns, interiors or big regions, prefer static collisions. They are more stable and more accurate and better for server performance. Before you edit or replace anything, you must know how the game reads YBNs. If the internal path is wrong, your collision won't load. In base REDM, the world collisions sit under /levels. As you walk around, those collisions stop you from falling through the ground, and they come from the levels directory. CodeX, on the other hand, reads from the /DLC and update archives. That shows the merged up-to-date world, including DLC and patches. So, when you export YBN from CodeX World View, it comes from a DLC folder, and that's okay. But here's the rule: REDM always prioritizes levels over DLC packs. Even if your file comes from a DLC, you must save it and stream it using the original level's path name. That's how the engine recognizes and loads your edited collision. So now let's move to the practical part of editing a world collision using CodeX, using Blender and using Sollumz. And for this example, we will work in Blackwater. It's a perfect area to demonstrate collision edits, since it often causes issues when extracted with CodeX. Go here on physics, and we will see here the name of our collision. It says that the collision we need it's this one, area lot combine collision 8. Okay, we're gonna copy this. We go to Codex Explorer, drop this there. So on static collision, this collision 8, as we talked before about names, the one that the game reads 8 levels. Okay. It's not what Codex show us. If we open one of these DLC packs, we'll see that Codex is reading this DLC. So what we're gonna do, we will search here in the levels for the correct name. So the correct name for this, I already know it's -1, so it's the 7. So the name that we must save in the end, it's this with a 7. We will add it anyway, this one on the DLC pack, and save it with the level's name. I'm gonna use Codex Explorer here to export our model, to export the world collision. In this case, we go on the DLC packs if we want to use the latest one, and we're gonna export this selection here. We don't want to export any patches, so we don't need to enable this. We go to export XML. Okay, we go here on tutorial and YBN. I'm gonna create here a folder for YBN tutorial. And here I'm gonna make the export and select this and export. Okay, so the export was completed. We will open now our Blender, and we will import our collision. We can import through here, okay, import CodeWalker XML, or we can press V and import CodeWalker XML. Before important, we're gonna press N, and we're gonna bring our RDR2 again here, and now we're gonna import. I'm gonna use pressing V. We go here to our tutorial, and we're gonna import this file. Okay, we imported our file. We can see that the hierarchy of the collision appears here, the bounds, the BVH, poly boxes, okay, but we don't see here our world collision, because the world collision is placed in the world. There is 2 ways to arrive there. We can follow these relationship lines that they are here as well. We can follow the relationship lines to arrive there, or we can go a simple and fast way. We're gonna select some polybox or some polymesh here, and we're gonna press the dots on the numpad. This will make a zoom in on our world collision. Okay, remember, world collision, it is placed inside Blender in the world. For us to work better, we're gonna remove these relationship lines so we can see what we have here and what can we work. At this point, we can see already. See the location, it's already placed in the world. Everything have different locations, so it was baked here in the world. You will see often this type of collision here of this BVH, okay? So these polymesh, they have normally a default material, and they serve mainly as, if we click on the BVH and we go to Object and Sollumz and Composite Flex, Normally they have here the flags that why they are like this and for what they are used, and these ones are used for horse avoidance. Okay, these ones here we don't need to delete them. Okay, we can leave them as they are. They have a rule here to make the horse and animals to not go inside of our building. I'm gonna just make them invisible, okay, for us to see what we have more here to open. There are a few more here, apparently as well. It's some map type horse, okay, and also for vehicle. We're gonna leave them as well, we won't touch them. Just make them invisible, and same here. There is some type mover, type horse, type. This one, probably the best will be to delete, okay? And for this one here, should be here, this polybox, we will delete this box, okay? For that we press X and we delete. I could go Ctrl Z and we could go and put this underground, but it's not much of a logic. If we can delete, we will delete. It will be better. It won't have extra meshes that we don't need. So we keep going on this and we're gonna try to open this blacksmith. As I remember, if we go here on Codex and we check the physics, okay, we can see that there is a main door here. That's part of the model, and here another main door and another door as well, part of the model. So we can maybe delete these 3 doors and allow us to go inside this interior. You can see we have the main door here. Again, we can delete. We have another main door here that we can delete, and the little door here that we can delete. But there is a box here inside, okay? This box as well on the composite flags, as we can see, it's a physics that won't allow us to get inside. So we want to delete this, or see, or we can edit this so we can have an entry, okay? If it is a polybox, we cannot arrive here. We cannot arrive here and make a cut here and open a door, okay, like this. I'm gonna make here a door, okay, and that's it, we have a door here. It won't work like this because it's a box and this geometry will come up again. So the only way for us to edit this kind of things is when we find, for example, some poly mesh. Poly mesh, you can edit, okay, the poly mesh. Let's see this one. If we find it, it will be a box as well. We can edit these poly meshes, okay? But if it's a polybox, I prefer to say to you that it won't work. So the best will be to edit this. How we edit this? We go on edit mode, and I'm gonna bring this face to the other side there. Kind of, we have a wall here, okay? Only issue is that this wall now, it does not have the center on the geometry. So here, at this point, we cannot forget about this. We go and set the origin to the geometry, okay? Always do this, don't forget. And now we are missing like this wall here and these walls in the back. We can have a look here and see if we can make something. Okay, we can, if we look a little bit like this side of the wall, it's almost exactly the same size, right? So we're gonna make just a little bit of being creative. If we had the shell here, we could bring the shell exact on the point and make the collision to be perfect. Okay, in this case, we're gonna just copy this with a Shift D. Okay, we bring it back. I'm gonna push this over here, and I'm gonna change position 10 degrees here. And then we go back here, just for us to have a little bit same as in game. We can see that it becomes a little bit more than this pole. So it will be something like this. And here we go again. We go on edit mode, select this face. I'm gonna bring it here. After this editing, we go and we set origin to geometry. Okay. At this point, we kind of have the same. We're gonna Shift D this and bring it here. These are being created. Okay. If we go back to our polymesh, to our geometry BBH, you can see that this polybox now is. This one is under 16, under 25, okay. We're gonna copy this again, Shift D, and we created another polybox here, the 128, and same over here. Oh, okay, so at this point, we kind of have two doors and a little door on the side edited. They will have wheel position as well. We're gonna select here all hierarchy and we're gonna export our YBN. So here I'm gonna create another folder for our export from Blender. Okay. We don't need to export the white type, etc. We're gonna export Occlusion here. It can take a while depending on your computer. Once the export is done, we go here to Codex Explorer and we go to the tutorial folder here where we have some FX manifests. It's no need to call it on the files. I'm going to show it after. We go to our stream folder here and we're going to bring our export over here. We're on edit mode and we're going to import our XML here and it will be converted to a static collision. Okay, so at this point we have here our collision and we're gonna change the name here to 7. Don't forget about this name. And now as well, for us this is optional. Okay, I'm gonna just show you really fast because we will probably need this when we get inside here. We will have some issue. Okay. And the issue is that we need to check the occlusions. Okay, we need to check the occlusions, otherwise we will blink on this this interior. For this, I'm gonna select this occlusion. Okay. And I'm going to bring it down here just underground, and we have this YMAP where this occlusion is, and I'm gonna save this YMAP on our tutorial folder. Okay, on our tutorial folder here, I'm gonna just save it on export. Okay, at this moment we're gonna bring this inside our streaming folder. Okay, we have here the YMAP with the occlusions and this one that we added. Remember that if you work in a map on an area like this, where you have a lot of occlusions in the same map, if you edit something here and you edit there, you must only use one YMAP for this. Okay, in the end we will need to merge all these so it works together. Okay, at this point we can see here our folder for the tutorial. As you can see, this FX manifest, it is a very simple one. It uses this map if we want to restart our resource, otherwise we just leave it a very simple one. Doesn't need any file call, okay, because neither IMAP, neither YBN needs that. Just place them on your stream folder and this will load. Okay, don't forget to ensure your resource, and we're gonna try now this in-game. Okay, so we are in game now, and we can see if our collision worked or not. And as you can see, it worked. We can pass through here. Okay, we created some here and some another wall on world collision here. We could, as you can see, we could bring this wall a little bit more inside, so the pad is not here, but for the rest everything seemed working. As you can see, there's still some fake door here extension. These fake doors, they are embedded with the exterior model. We can learn this on another tutorial, but there are no collision here. Okay, as we can see, it's another fake door extension. Okay, I'm going to show you again the fake door extension, but there are no collision here on the door. In the next tutorial, we're going to learn how to create world collision as well, how to work on high definition collision as well, among many other things that we can see on our tutorials. I think you now have learned how to edit world collision on RDR2, okay, using the Blender, using Sollumz and using CodeX. And I want to take this moment to thank all my Patreons, okay, all the heroes and legends on my Patreon. Your support make these tutorials possible as well. I wish you the best of luck with your creations and projects. If you want more documentation, tools, private classes, you can join the Patreon. The link is below, among other important links. And thank you all for watching. See you in the next tutorial.